Now I want to start today's Grab Gas by putting you in the shoes, or I guess cleats, of Shohei Ohtani. You have a no-hit bid with 2 outs in the 8th inning. And then this happens to you.
The 1-2 is through for a hit. Connor Capel breaks up Shohei Ohtani's bid at his first no-hitter. Let him know, folks.
That is just brutal. Hello guys, and welcome back to Grab's Gas, a series where we take a look at the most horrible and most embarrassing MLB plays throughout the last week. And with this really being the last week of the MLB regular season, there's so much more tension to the gaffes and so much more that can go wrong with the playoff races solidifying. But over the last week, what were the worst MLB plays? Well, make sure you watch till the end for every single horrible moment and hit that subscribe button to the Sportsnet YouTube channel for the best sports coverage around. And without further ado, let's get into the final, I guess, regular season gaffes of this year. Now, going on to a game in the Dodgers and Padres series that had some major playoff implications, not so much for the Dodgers, but for the Padres hunting for that playoff spot, but it just got absolutely wild. In the bottom of the 9th, the Dodgers tied it because of this wild pitch.
Off his glove, Turner comes home, the game is tied! Unbelievable!
But thankfully, the Padres would get the lead and get the walk-off winner in an even weirder way.
Ball 4, Padres win! From third base comes a Zokar, and the Padres walk it off. Alfaro has done it again. He'll get an RBI. The walk-off walk.
And the walk-off walk is officially back. I mean, the Dodgers have been so good this year, they might as well give us a juicy gaff like that. Also, Craig Kimbrell, I know the pressure's on and it's 3-2 with 2 outs and bases loaded, but also, that pitch wasn't close, my guy. Might want to do better next time. Now, going on to a couple of horrible grab gaffes actually involving the Phillies over this last week, this time going against them and Brandon Marsh making just a horrible mistake in the sun.
At the highest level yet.
Out to center field. Marsh got turned around. Going back. He's got it. Oh, he missed it. He had it lined up and he missed it. It goes to the Ivy. Suzuki's on his way to third. He overthrows the cutoff man and Suzuki slides in safely. He had it all lined up and he just missed it. They're going to score that a triple.
And again, this is the toughest play in the major leagues as an outfielder.
That's the funniest thing though. Marsh had his glasses on, was ready to go, but was still like 2 feet away from the ball of his glove. Just absolutely perfect, and that series for Chicago wasn't exactly a great one for them. But hey, later on in the week, they actually got the great side of a grab gaff with the Washington Nationals having quite a few this year, but this one also just being amazing to hopefully end the season for them.
They got the runner picked off at first. What are they going to do about it? Throw back home.
What are we doing?
Oh, brother. Riley Adams threw the ball to second, and Schwarber was going to be safe, even on a good throw.
Now, this sequence was amazing. I mean, I don't know what Adams was doing. I mean, obviously that 62-mile-per-hour softy going to the play. You have Schwarber stuck in the middle of second and first. But at the same time, you knew the Phillies were going to take advantage of that and try to get something done at home, and they did it perfectly. I mean, for the Nationals, again, they've had a lot of grab gaffes this year. Hopefully, this will be the last truly embarrassing one. Now, we got some more amazing grab gaffes and still so many to cover. This one, though, and interestingly enough, over like the last month, we've seen multiple Little League home runs, and Jock Peterson just adds to the list, with this one maybe being the most hilarious of the bunch.
Peterson, it's a high fly ball, right field. McCarthy back at the wall. It's off the wall, and it kicks away from everybody. Peterson on the move, and that's a triple. And that's a triple, and maybe more, and he is safe at the plate. Oh, man. Somebody tackle that guy.
Everything about this play was so just brutal for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Goes off the wall, horrible hop, nobody's there. Then the relay throw on to the middle, right near second base, and nobody can handle it. And then it skips by him, and then Joc Pederson is able to get home. I mean, seriously, Joc Pederson has had some great moments over these last few years, but that was just perfect. Well, not for Arizona, but you know what I mean. Now, the Diamondbacks weren't done. In the same series, I don't know what's happening to them, but they have the worst luck in the world, and this next play shows it beautifully.
Pop up. Carroll can run. Oh my goodness. That is not supposed to happen.
Well, the guard was trying to get out of the way, and he wound up putting himself right in the way. Something you don't expect when you're an outfielder. Your concentration is to the ball, to the wall. You're not thinking you're going to run into a ball dude. Or a guard.
And my personal pet peeve, I mean, this guy, he doesn't look like a kid to me personally, but if you're, like, under the age of 12, I could get this happening somehow. And somehow, you as a ball boy, you're like 6 years old making this mistake. This guy looks like he's a full-grown adult. He's getting in the way of the play. I mean, it had to be purpose. It had to be on purpose. There's no other way this could happen. At least I hope there would be no other way this could happen. An amazing grab gap and another unfortunate play for Arizona. Now, although the Blue Jays would end up clinching home field advantage for the wild card series, they had a couple of interesting plays over this last week. I mean, Bo Bichette has been brilliant over the last month, but this moment was not his best.
A streak of 10 straight retired as Bichette rips one into right center field. It's a base hit, cut off beautifully by Aaron Judge. And that will hold the runner at third as Bichette goes to second with a double. And he's out! He came off the bag, and Kiner-Falefa kept the glove on his leg.
As Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the shortstop, holds the glove on him. Now Bo's in there safely, obviously. Watch the right foot.
He's not on the base.
He wasn't on the base. Wow.
Time he reached back with his hand, I don't know if the right foot was ever on the base. And Kiner-Falefa alertly put the tag on him.
Seriously though, I find it actually crazy how less often you think players just run off the base and are called out. I feel like it should happen more. It just speaks to how good of base runners most players are in the MLB. But seriously, a rookie mistake for Bo Bichette that should not happen, and the Yankees took advantage. And then going on to another Blue Jays moment, this one was actually pretty wholesome. I mean, Teoscar Hernandez and Vladdy are two of the most fun players on the Jays, and they continue to have amazing chemistry with this next moment.
You're up 7-0. That means you can have a practical joke at the expense of your buddy. You know what, Vladdy? You got to take it. You dish it out pretty good. And he knows it's Teo without even looking over his shoulder.
Absolutely. He didn't even have to worry about it. Teo says, hey, how's that water taste, pal? They have a good time, and you know what? There's a lot of chemistry here.
Really, we can all agree that that was a grab gaff for Vladdy. I mean, he's had a lot of antics this last year, and he pays the price for it. Now, just like in the clip earlier, the Sun continues to just be an absolute menace for teams, even in the last week of the MLB season. And, I mean, as much as the A season has been painful, why not some more pain?
Moving over Seth Brown, that'll be pinned to Wolf.
Somebody, nobody, everybody run! Winker being waved on, digging for third is Santana. Winker scores, Santana safe at third, 4-1 Mariners.
Seriously though, the lack of communication, the Sun, everything coming into this play to just be perfectly horrible for the A's, and a deserved grab gaff for them. Now we also have some more walk-off walks, my absolute favorite. Unfortunately, this came against the St. Louis Cardinals, but also, I mean, hey, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. You might as well give them some joy, right?
Takes ball 4. Waiting. Yes. Walk it off and raise the Jolly Roger.
The literal walk-off.
Cruz kept waiting for a call from Jerry Meals.
Oh,
and now he's running from the pack.
Yeah. They're not going to catch him.
No way to catch him. Look at how far this guy.
They can't catch it.
Sawinski's trying.
Yep, I mean, we were just talking about it. You just love to have him have at-bats like that in those situations against a lefty.
And I don't know how it happens, but every single time there's a special moment with the Pirates, O'Neal Cruz is directly involved. But, I mean, just a walk-off walk. It's super inconsequential. It's not going to mean anything for the MLB season, but I don't care. It's still beautiful. But then we gotta go to the biggest losers over this last week, and to me, that has to be the Milwaukee Brewers, who were hunting for a playoff spot right in the thick of it, and even had some momentum over the Philadelphia Phillies for a while there, but unfortunately, they just would continue to have suffering, and this play in the 12th gave the Marlins the lead to give them some momentum.
Not a good one. Okay. Sorry. Miggy, base hit right field. That scores Blade and Rojas. Told you earlier, that's where he gets his hits. That slot on the right side of the infield, and it gives the Marlins a 4-3 lead.
Oh, last out, down to the last strike.
Now, the thing is, the Brewers needed to come back in this game and win this game specifically. If they didn't, they would automatically be eliminated from the MLB playoff contention. The problem was, as you can see with this next play, they would get the walk-off winner, and in pretty good style.
Line drive, base hit, ball game. Hunter Renfroe delivers for the Brewers. A 6-5 walk-off victory here tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well, the offense came to life just in the nick of time. They got some help from some shoddy defense by the Diamondbacks in the ninth. A good win here at the ballpark. They needed that. The offense coming to life late.
But the problem was, even though they came back, even though the walk-off winner happened, the Phillies would still win the game later on versus the Astros, and the entire walk-off victory, all the high emotions for them were completely washed away. And even though there's still a couple of games left in the season, the Brewers had some hope right there. But the Phillies were able to clinch it just in the end and give them a little bit more pain on the season. But the Brewers are the champions of the Grav Gaff for this week. Let us know in the comments down below, though. What did you think of the Grav Gaffs? Which were your favorite? And did we miss any? Let us know down below. And of course, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell for all the gaffs and the slams heading into the MLB playoffs. It's going to be an absolute blast, and we hope to see you there for every single one of them. And of course, share the video with all the baseball fans you guys know online, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.